Good morning. I'm your host, Alexis, and this is LexgriaPodcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And today's episode, we are diving into vision boards. So, as someone that wants to achieve goals herself, I always thought to myself, could I get there? Will I get there? And when will I get there? Is my pet peeves when it comes to trying to figure out where to even start all these goals that I set up. So I recently went on social media and saw that there was a trend going on where I saw DIYs of people making vision boards. And I was like, what in the world is this? So with vision boards, I found that they are a collage of image, words, symbols, and affirmation that visually represent what you want to accomplish in life. So I'm thinking in my head like, So with us seeing our goals constantly, I feel like that's the whole purpose of this vision board and how it goes into more of an approach of actually persuading you to do it. Because a lot of times in life, we always want that support from our friends, our family, and even our loved ones. And sometimes it can be a lot on us where we cannot even convert to having them as our support. But the only thing they can do is say what you can do versus where a vision board is your daily reminder that you can do this on top of their support. So in a way, it's more so we have to convince our minds that we are going to do this. When are we going to do this? It doesn't matter. As long as I am reminded that I'm doing this, it's going to happen. And there's also some science behind vision boards that I recently discovered and I wanted to share with you guys was that there is a self-efficacy theory by a psychologist, Albert Bandar, hopefully I'm saying his last name right, states that individuals who believe in their ability to achieve a goal are more likely to do so. By visually depicting goals, vision boards enhance our self-efficacy, providing a constant reminder of our capability and aspiration. Isn't that crazy? Because I feel like with our minds, it's a powerful spectrum in our body, if how you want to describe it, where there is a network of neurons located in the brainstem that helps focus attention, obviously, right? So with these vision boards, when you constantly see an image related to what you want in life or goals, the RAS prioritize the information, making you more aware of opportunities and resources related to your aspirations. So what is RAS? So all my anatomy people, I don't know in regards of this, but I have taken anatomy, but I know people that prior anatomy too, or how many anatomies there are. It's called the reticular activating system is what they're referring to when they are talking about the network of neurons in the brainstem. So this is the science behind the vision boards, as well as us understanding how our minds work. So it can happen. That's why they say a mind is a very powerful thing. If you ever heard people express to you in regards of if you think it, believe it, it's going to happen. That's why the whole manifesting things in life and being able to actually make your dreams into reality. And honestly, how effective are these? I would say they're very effective in my opinion, because my vision board so far, I've completed 2 goals on there that I wanted to do, as well as there's some other ones where I know that it's going to take more time, but I am going to eventually get to it. So I will keep you guys posted on that. but I want you to imagine when you wake up every morning that you see yourself in the mirror, right? And imagine you seeing a vision of everything that you want in life. So that's where this whole board thing comes in, where it's a daily reminder of you viewing everything that you ever wanted in life and understanding and reflecting of your goals. So in a sense, it's allowing you to identify your goals and making it clear of what goals that you want to achieve and making sure that your goals are measurable and achievable and time bound. So of course we all get busy in life and we all have things that we want to do. And sometimes some people's journey takes longer than others. So don't get discouraged when one person is doing one thing that you've been wanting to do for years or even months and they're already starting and they got to leap. That is their journey. Your journey is your journey and you are unique. I want you to know that. Whoever's listening and needs that motivation, you are unique because we all came on this earth to have a purpose and you are enough. And also this vision board helps you gather information that represents these goals. So you can use magazines, printouts, or even draw pictures. I personally just went on Pinterest and typed in the word that I want. So for example, I have a podcast. I put down podcast studio and it showed me a podcast studio and so on. You know what I mean? As well as assembling the board, it's just however you want to assemble. You can assemble in a structure where you have one side more of a professional side, the other side being more of your lifestyle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It is your vision board. It is your life and more. And also with vision boards, it's a good way to reflect and update it. So you don't have to just stick with what you have on that board. You can always change it and elevate it and help and grow with it, as well as a potential tool that harness the power of visualization to help manifest your dreams and ambitions by serving as a constant reminder of your goals. And it can motivate you to take necessary actions to turn those visions into reality. Like I said, we can do it this year. And it's literally almost the end of the year. And so far, I would say personally, 2024 has been nothing but pure goodness, where things are happening that you want to happen. And it's almost like someone's kind of pushing you and you're like on the edge and you're like, oh my God. And you see your dreams down below and they're waiting for you, cheering you on and being supportive and all. As well as it helping you on a science basis, it can also help in a mental status as well, where if you're having anxiety, if you're having stress, if you're having depression, this is another creative method to kind of just branch out the things that you want in life. And then it also is, like I said, it's a reminder to tell yourself like, hey, you can do this. You are enough. You are going to get there. Because with it being a copinism to help you achieve your goals and for you to actually visually see it, it benefits the uses of creative outlets to help those struggling with mental health problems. Because, like I said, we do have our support with our families, friends, and more, coworkers, you name it. But at the end of the day, you have to decide if you want to achieve your goals. You had to put down your board and get your images and just have fun with it and just very carefully just look at it and be like, okay, I like it. I'm going to take that step and be able to achieve my goal. And with people that have a lot of stress, it also helps with that too, is from what I was told on this source. I'll put down all the sources that I used for information about the science and also the mental health. Because to be honest, I didn't even know there was more to it in regards of vision boards until I recently looked it up. I was like, wow, this is really, it just makes sense. You're looking at something and then you constantly get reminded. It's almost like a to-do list where you have that to-do list in your hand and you're at the grocery store or you are at home and you're like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this. And same thing with a grocery list. You're like, I gotta get all these items. You're not thinking about anything else but what's on that list. So with the vision board, it's the same concept where you see what you want and that's your focus. You're not focused on everything else around you. You're focused on that because you want to get to that place. So if you have some free time or if you want to unwind with some of your friends and create a vision board, I would recommend doing that. And I'll give you guys my story so far of what has happened with me. So as you know, like me creating this podcast, that was one of the things on my vision board. And I'm here now speaking to you guys and talking to you guys live on camera. So it's just a lot. And it's my very first time doing this and all that. So it's just kind of exciting. As well as I have decided to learn choreography in regards of dancing and stuff. And surprisingly, I've taken 2 dance classes within the week span, and it's been amazing. I've learned so far 2 choreographies. I personally like the second one more just because Lose Control by Miss Elliott. Oh yeah, let me tell you something. You definitely lose control when you be breaking moves and dancing and all that. Oh yeah, definitely. But it was definitely a fun experience, and I would say if anybody wants to start dancing, if you live in the DMV area where I live at, I would highly recommend going there. It's called Richmond Urban Dance Studio, and they're very inexpensive. You just go on Mind and Body, download that app, and just choose a class, or you can choose a pass to have 1 month's worth of classes to any of their classes. They have adult hip hop as well as intermediate hip hop and K-pop and jazz, gossip, hip hop, which I should definitely look into that, especially on a Sunday. Let me tell you, yes, yes, yes. So with that being said, that is some of the goals that I've set for this year when it comes to what I've achieved so far. And I do have some other goals that I am reaching to do later on this year. And of course, as that, I definitely encourage people to create a vision board, and you can honestly like change it and you can add things later on. You can scratch some things off, because honestly I feel like it's more to where for couples or even like just to travel, like those scratch off things that they have on like online where it has like 1,000 dates or 100 movies. It's kind of like that. You're scratching off things that you already achieve, and then you're kind of going down the list and saying like, okay, I did this, I did that, I did this. And it's just a very positive approach to life, because there's so much that goes on in our lives where we just need that little bit of motivation within ourselves, not only to encourage ourselves, but maybe to encourage others to get a better approach on those things in life that they want to do. Because again, we can only view things as much as we can until we make it into reality. And with the science behind it, it's incredible. As well as it gives you that value of tagging what is important. So with the brain, it imprints important things onto the consequences and filters out unnecessary information. So with anything that is like, for example, like a distraction where you're kind of like, oh, this is too much. I don't have anything to balance this out where I could do this, or I work too much. But we all have time at some point where we can go on a vacation, we can start that business that we wanted to, we can get everything that we wanted in life, and as well as start a family, get married, go back to college, get that degree, travel and get that money, or having a baby, or going off the radar, having that self-care and finding yourself journey. Like, there's just so much that you can do with this, and it's just a form of manifestation as well as affirmation. And I want to thank you guys for staying tuned for this episode. Again, this is our first episode, and like this episode, this is more so of open topics, and we will have more other categories I will present to you as I go. This was just a quick episode on what to expect on my podcast, and I hope to see you guys soon, and bye.